there be a kraken coming. Have you ever seen people with stretched earrings that look really neat and you're like, man, why don't I get my ears stretched? But I kind of don't want to. So whether you're a guy or a girl who always wanted stretched ears but didn't really want to go through the trouble, introducing. So here are some nice tentacle earrings that you would say, hey, this is only made for people with stretched ears. Think again. Now you don't need to worry about stretching your ears or getting a whole new piercing. Just make a simple stud and post earring. Make it so that it looks like your ears are stretched. Normally I'd wear it, but I have a pretty bad allergy to metals. So let me show you what it looks like on a fake ear. So it does look like the ear is stretched. Here's what you're going to need for this project. Green, dark blue, glow in the dark, or sometimes they call it fluorescent. Rounded tools, one post and one stud, a roller or a jar. Now the first thing we need to do is to actually blend those two colors together. Here's how it works. You're going to make a carrot shape out of each color. One carrot and the second carrot. Now you're going to take both of these carrots and put them opposite of each other. So the thicker end of one with the thinner end of the other. And the thinner part with the thicker part. So you stick them together like this. And now you're going to put them flat on your surface and start rolling them out together. If there are any gaps, just push them together. And keep rolling until it's really, really thin. So this is what it should look like for now. Now the next step, what you're going to do is take one end and fold it upwards like this. Flatten the bottom. Take your roller and keep flattening it again. And it's still going to look pretty much the same. So you're just going to repeat the process. Take the bottom, fold it on top, make sure it's the same color, going towards the same color. So the green is with the green and the blue is with the blue. Just make sure you always fold it the same way. Flatten it again and do it with your roller. Now even though it doesn't look like much right now, what makes this work is repetition. So you're going to do this about 25 to 30 times. So the process is simple. Roll, fold, roll. So just keep doing that until you get a bit of a gradient. So far this is after my 7th time. This is number 13. Number 20. Now you're going to take your sheet, lay it flat, and you're going to start rolling it. Here's our base. Now you're going to start shaping it in the form of a tentacle. Now the next step is we're going to put the little suckers. Take out your fluorescent or glow-in-the-dark clay. What you're going to do now is make different sized little balls. Now the reason we want different sizes is because the closer the suckers are to your earlobe, the bigger they're going to be. Whereas the closer they are to the edge, they're going to be really small. Before we put the suckers on, what we need to decide is where the earring starts on your lobe, so that you can put the bigger parts of the suckers first. It's up to you how long you want to make it in the back, but I think I'm going to cut it right here. So take your cutter and just cut straight down. Voila! In each piece, we're going to put the post and the stud. Since we decided this is the front part, we're going to put our post right here. Take your rounded tool and just push around so that you can make a crevice that will take your post. Take your post and push it in there. If you're worried that it's going to come off, take an extra piece of clay and just stuff it all the way around. Like this here. Cut off the excess and just push it around. Now it definitely will not come out. Now take the back part and push the stud in there. So here's your stud and just push in. Once it's in there, take your round tool and just push some clay over it. There we go. Now that we have them ready with the post and stud, you're going to take your little suckers and place them on top here so that they're diagonal from one another. Let's do one side at a time. Now you're going to take your rounded tool and you're going to push in the middle of each sucker. Ta-da! So here's our first part of the tentacle. Now do the same thing with the back part. And here's the back part. Now we're going to give it its shape. So let's start with the front tentacle. Now this is the top part because the suckers are very visible. We're going to put it on its side when we're shaping it so that you can make sure that the tentacles are facing the people who actually see the earrings on you. So what I like to do with the front part is just make a simple twirl. There we go for the front part. It's going to look like this here. Now for the back part you can go a little crazier. So remember again, tentacle part is on top, put it on its side, and you can start shaping it so that it looks like this. So that there's a bit of a movement going on. You can twirl it however way you want. You can make the loops even more, you can turn it a few times, so it depends on the length that you have and also what shape you want. Now since this is a post and stud, we don't want to bake them without first making sure that we pierce a hole in there. But we don't want them to stick together, so take a spare post and stick it in this stud right there. Once it's shaped how you want it, bake according to package instructions. All done! All baked, and it keeps its form exactly how you put it in the oven. Now since I can't really wear any medals, if you're interested, if enough people like this video, click like down there. I'll make another video with this as a giveaway. This is it. Remember to subscribe over here, and I'll see you guys next week.